10 eBay sales that are hard to believe. Let's just jump straight into it. The first one being the Drowzee illustration rare, the thumbnail of this video. We all know that card's been going absolutely crazy in the past week, but a PSA 10, 950 US dollars for Drowzee? Well, who would have thought, hey? And look, it's not the only example. It's not like a one-hit wonder that was shill-bitted to the moon. If you jump back through eBay now and look at sales listings, there's another couple on there. I think one's up to 805 US dollars already, and it's still got, 3 or 4 days left in the auction. This isn't just a once-off. This Drowzee illustration rare is really starting to balloon, and I think there's only just over 300 PSA 10 copies of this card, and I can imagine we see that pop count really starting to increase now that these prices are coming out. Wouldn't be surprised if there's 1,000 PSA 10 Drowzees in the next few months. But man, oh man, Drowzee, PSA 10, shocking. Number 2 on the list, this was a massive sale. All 100 Elite Trainer boxes essentially in existence so far. Starting off with the original OG Plasma Storm way back from Black and White era. Arguably the holy grail, or probably is the holy grail of Elite Trainer boxes with Lugia on the cover. Extremely rare back then. What you've got to remember is Elite Trainer boxes were extremely new. Not many people were keeping them sealed. There wasn't a massive volume of them being printed. So finding Plasma Storm, finding Plasma Blast, finding XY Base, finding, Primal Clash with the Groudon and the Kyogre, finding Furious Fist, finding some of these, even finding a well-priced Sun and Moon Elite Trainer box these days is incredibly difficult. So all 100 of them, you got to remember, even when you got to Sword and Shield era, so from Chilling Reign onwards, he or she I should say, we've got Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes in there as well. We've got specialty Elite Trainer boxes like, the 2 Sword and Shield, the Zacian and Zamazenta specialty Elite Trainer boxes in there, all 169,000 US dollars. That is cashing in on the bull market, isn't it? I think this was on the Pokey Investing Reddit forum. I saw all the jokes behind it. Telling his missus, I told you so. I told you we'd get there. I told you we'd get there with Pokemon. We can put that down payment on the house now. But in a more serious note, it's just crazy that it's 70,000 US dollars essentially for all 100 Elite Trainer boxes, which if you'd bought all of them at retail price, I mean, what? It would have cost you 100 times 40, like $4,000. So to turn essentially $4,000 into 70 grand is one hell of an investment, isn't it? And talking about cashing in on a bull market before we move to number 3 on the list, I don't know if anyone else saw it, but that Rudy video where he talked about moving his position during this bull market through Scarlet and Violet booster boxes, he mentioned that he'd bought across, SV1 to where we're currently at now, Surging Sparks being the latest booster box. He'd bought 15,000 booster boxes of Scarlet and Violet era. And I think he mentioned that he liquidated, was it 3,500 or 4,000? So he's got 11,000 or 11,500 Scarlet and Violet era booster boxes left. So anyway, talking about cashing in on a bull market. Number 3 on the list, Young Houndour from Obsidian Flames. This is from, isn't it? PSA 10, 275 US dollars. I don't know if this is riding on the tailcoat of Houndoom from Shrouded Fable, but man, 275 US dollars for the little baby dog in a PSA 10 from Obsidian Flames. We all know how difficult Obsidian Flames pull rates are. Sorry, not pull rates. Pull rates are relatively easy. Transition into PSA 10. So very, very tough cards to grade, but 275 US dollars. Number 4 on the list, Greninja. This is the promo from Shrouded Fable in the box there, which a lot of people prefer the artwork on this card in comparison to the Greninja from Twilight Masquerade. But again, over 200 US dollars when this promo comes in every box, or every second, because of course you've got the alternate Kingdra in there, which is also a beautiful promo. But to know you're getting it, you don't have to chase it. You buy that box, you're getting it. Over 200 US dollars in a PSA 10. Number 5, and look, this is still holding on, isn't it? Number 5 is the Umbreon EX from Prismatic Evolutions. Yes, the auctions on week 1, of course, were stronger than this, but still holding on. 3,250 US dollars. This was just 2 days ago in a PSA 10. That is some serious dollars. We all know pull rates are super, super tough in prismatic evolutions, but for this to hold on at, what are we up to now? Week 4, 5 of release of prismatic evolutions? That's holding very, very strong. So, damn, over 3,000 US dollars. While we're at the halfway point, I just wanted to give a shout out to today's video sponsor, which is of course the Collector app. If you've had your head buried in the sand in the Pokemon investing space, you wouldn't have seen this, but everyone else probably has. So if you don't have it, I'll leave a link in the description to download it. If you do have it, please update it because there's some cool new updates. In case you don't know what it is, Collector app, you can store your whole singles and sealed collection inside there. I've been using it for a while. From a collecting standpoint, it's fantastic, but moreover, from an investing standpoint, it's phenomenal. It shows daily tracking of pricing for all objects, which gives you your total collection value. You can see percentage gains over the course of a week, a day, a month, etc. You can see your total gains over the lifetime of your collection, what you've total spent, what your total value is worth. Now you can unstack singles, which is the latest upgrade in it. So if you don't have it, please if you do have it, sorry, please update it so you can get that update. And phenomenal app. Again, links in the description for that. Number 6, Twilight Masquerade's Eevee, $315 US in a PSA 10. This is a beautiful looking card, and again, it's probably riding the coattails a little bit of the whole evolution line that we're seeing in prismatic evolutions. That's where everyone's heads at the moment, that Eevee and evolution line. But $315 US, that is strong. And speaking of strong, number 7 on the list, Bulbasaur from Stellar Crown. Now keep in mind, Stellar Crown's a small set. It's smaller than a lot of the holiday sets we've seen so far, and with it being a small set, there's also a small percentage of illustration rares, and what you'll find in that scenario, illustration rares have a very common hit rate across Scarlet and Violet era, which is about that sort of 1 in 13, 1 in 14 packs, and the smaller the number of illustration rares you've got in a set, the easier it is to pull any specific illustration rare, including the Bulbasaur, of course. Like if anyone's opened mass Stellar Crown, you are getting a fair few Bulbasaurs and Squirtles inside there. So for a PSA 10, $232 US, I think that's actually a very, very strong price for that card. Number 8, talking of Shrouded Fable before, and this set is going strength to strength, oddly. And the Horsey, just the baby Horsey, original 151 in a PSA 10, $203.50 US for Horsey in a PSA 10. Just shows the strength of the market at the moment when you've got a card like that going for $203. Number 9 on the list. This one's really shocked me, and this is seen, I mean, is it manipulated in buyouts? It's one hell of a good looking card though. And credit where credit's due, Paldea Evolved, what a stunning set, and this is going to go from strength to strength. All singles will, and the booster box pricing is only going to start reflecting that very shortly. PSA 10 Baxcalibur, $366 US, and not the only sale. This wasn't a once-off. There's been a fair few sales around those high 300s, like mid to high 300s prices. So that card is going from strength to strength. And the best one for last, number 10. If you've been watching this channel, you all know how much I love the Steelix illustration rare from Paradox Rift. So let's show my boy some love there. He's helping out on the construction site. Over $200 US. Bang! Steelix, the man. That's going to the moon now. Now that we've said it, wait for it, $400 in a PSA 10 soon, that card. All jokes aside, what a fantastic artwork. $200 US is extremely strong for that card. Paradox Rift illustration rares are going to start seeing some of the love that they deserve as well. Well, there you go. There is 10 sales of prices that have been absolutely insane. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'm Michael. This is Poke Yellers. Catch everyone next time.